Hey everyone, I'm Jack Fossett, and welcome to this demo and review of the Bose L1 Pro 16 portable line array and subwoofer. This is an all-in-one sound system that's really great for solo performers, has some applications for band use, and particularly today we're going to talk about it in terms of how it works for guitar players. We're going to go through the features, we're going to try it with a number of different instruments, and then at the end I'm actually going to share some live clips of this actually performing out in the wild. Now this video is sponsored by Sweetwater. This is part of Sweetwater's affiliate program. If you're interested in this or the other gear that I'm using in this video, please do your shopping through the links below to support that. We'll talk more about that in a minute. You all know Sweetwater. Come for the gear, stay for the candy. Let's get started with some acoustic guitar tone, then we're going to talk about it a little bit. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in and welcome to this full comprehensive review of this sound system. This is the Bose, again, L1 Pro 16. Now there are a number of different sizes that they offer in relation to the number of speakers and some other things. Let's go over this one. This is an opportunity that I got to review this through Sweetwater's affiliate program, and I absolutely jumped at the chance because, first of all, my father has always been a Bose fan when it comes to his home theater. He's used it for years and has always raved about what a great sound they get, and he's always kind of been like amazed at how they get the sound, how they get the great sound that they do. And also last year I played in a band that had a regular monthly gig, and the guy who provided the sound system for that had the next level up, the 32, and he used two of them. And I was equally impressed at using Bose system for a full band setting. I couldn't believe how good it sounded, particularly how good it sounds really anywhere you're standing. This is part of what makes this this unit and other Bose units special. Now, the reason it's called the Pro 16 is because this has 16 2-inch neodymium? I've heard it both ways. It has 16 of these little buggers that are all kind of pointed at different angles, and what that does is it evenly spreads the sound out, and you also don't have kind of too much load going through one speaker. So a lot of PA speakers, you know, its main speaker, you're going to get really ice picky if you're standing right in front of it, but even if you get off to the side, you might sort of lose some of that top end. Having the sound come out of this many speakers pointed in different directions just gives you this beautiful wide open sound where you're going to get a good tone without any harsh frequencies really wherever you stand. Now, obviously for performers, one of the things that's also ideal about this is it's very portable, it's easy to set up. The sub weighs a little over 40 pounds, I believe, and there's a convenient carrying case for the line array speakers. They just stack right on, you plug it in, you plug your instrument in or your microphone, and you go from there. So that's always been kind of the feature of these portable line arrays. This one is 250 watts Class D for the line array and 1,000 watts for the sub. And one of the concerns that I see a lot of people have is, will it be loud enough for, you know, different applications? I can tell you that one of these is absolutely good for a solo performer. You could even do a duo thing or a small group if you use an external mixer to go into it. It's got 3 inputs, which we'll talk about in a minute. If you're playing in a band setting, you really need a second one, and that's fine. You use the second one and then use a mixer. Like I said, that's what we did in that band that I was playing in last year, and it sounded phenomenal because then you got even, not only did you get more power, but you got even more of an acoustic spread. And again, it just sounds so balanced and so even kind of wherever you are. So that's one of the biggest selling features for me. It's just like, you know, the wide range of sound, the fact that it really sounds good kind of wherever you're standing. And hopefully you're going to see that when I share the live clips, because I had the camera off to the side. I did not have the camera and the microphone right out front. So you're actually kind of getting what it would sound like if you weren't right in front of my performance, and it still sounds really balanced and really nice. Now this has 3 built-in channels, and 2 of the channels are the ones that we're really going to focus on, and they have the tone match technology, which is kind of a smart preset system that they use to enhance the sound of whatever's going into it. There are already presets for mic or instrument, and those are geared towards a vocal mic or a guitar. Now you can adjust those presets, and you can actually adjust all the settings on the fly using the Bose L1 app. I'm not actually going to use the app in this. I'm going to do it all kind of organically, but it's very, very customizable, very easy, and I'm just using what it came with. I'm not even doing anything special, and it really, really knocked me out how good it sounded with the tone match on. Now those 2 channels also have options for phantom power. Then you have another channel with a 1/4 inch input, and there's an aux with a 1H input. You can do Bluetooth, you can play obviously your music through this, you know, if you're between sets or setting up and getting everything ready. There's all kinds of things you can do with this sound system. As far as the channels go, the 2 main channels have options for volume, treble, bass, and built-in reverb. And the reverb actually sounds pretty good. We're going to try that out. You already heard it a little bit on the acoustic guitar sample, and at one point in this video I'm actually going to turn the reverb all the way up to kind of see if it's actually usable at an extreme level, or if it's just like a wash, or what it sounds like. So we're going to try that out too. Now in a minute what we're going to do is dive back in with an acoustic guitar, and we're going to try it just straight in without really anything fancy. The only thing that I've done is cut the bass a little bit, just because acoustic guitar pickups can be kind of bass heavy. We're going to plug it direct in, just go right into the regular channel, and then afterwards I'm going to play the same thing and engage the tone match so that you can hear what a difference that makes. We're also going to hear it with a Resonator guitar plugged direct in, and that's going to be a little bit different because not only is it a Resonator, but it also has a magnetic pickup. The acoustic guitar that I'm using is a Martin 018 that has a passive under saddle pickup. So really good guitar, but a pretty modest pickup system. Then you'll hear the magnetic pickup in the Resonator, and I'm also going to show you how this sounds with an electric guitar. And for the electric guitar, I'm going to plug direct in using a Line 6 Pod Go. Now, it is important to note that when I play the Line 6 Pod Go, I'm going to have the microphones backed off. I'm not miking this or showing it off like I would through a guitar amp. So you are getting more of the room sound, which kind of made sense for doing a sound system review, because, you know, obviously if you want to hear it what the audience is going to hear, and the audience is not going to have their ear right up to it. Like, you know, so when you mic a guitar amp, you have the mics pretty much right on the guitar amp. This time I'm going for a room sound, so it'll sound a little different than my amplifier reviews. You'll hear more of the room. Just keep that in mind when you're listening. If it sounds a little bit different, you're trying to get the room sound. So let's dive back in with the acoustic guitar. This is the Martin 018. And again, I'm not using a DI or anything. I'm just going straight into the sound system. First, we're going to hear it unaffected, and then we're going to hear it with a tone match. So you can hear, even without tweaking any of the presets or adjusting the tone match, just going right in with its own preset, that sounds quite good, and it made a pretty dramatic difference. Now, I actually think it sounded pretty good without the tone match, too. It's just a good sound system, but no DI, no pedals, nothing fancy, just a passive under saddle pickup going straight into this sound system. Now let's check it out with the Resonator and hear how that sounds. So that one also had the tone match, and that one I was going right into the channel, you know, no DI or pedal. I had a little bit of the bass cut and a little bit of the reverb added. Now, before we get to the electric guitar, I do want to hear what the reverb sounds like. Again, the reverb sounds nice at kind of low levels, but I really wanted to test it at an extreme level and see if that's something that's functional or something that you might be able to use. So that's a good sounding reverb, and it doesn't completely wash it out. Now, generally speaking, that's not something at that level that I would use all the time, but like I said, this is all controllable in real time via the Bose L1 app. So you could actually be sitting there as a performer, you know, if you have your phone or your tablet or whatever that's connected with the app, you could turn the reverb way up for a song and then pretty quickly turn it back if you needed to. So that is something that's pretty functional and pretty usable. Now we're going to get to the electric guitar tones, and it's important to note that for the electric guitar tones, I have flatted everything. So the bass is on, the bass is neutral, the treble is neutral, and there's no reverb. All the sound is coming from a preset that I made in the Line 6 Pod Go. We're going to hear it clean and then overdriven. All right, folks, lastly, I want to share some clips from one of my solo performances recently. This was kind of really good timing as far as doing this review because, again, I got this just in time to use it for a solo performance. I don't even do many solo performances anymore. This was at the Freeport, Maine Fall Festival, and I was playing on Saturday morning. I've done all kinds of things with the city of Freeport before. I absolutely love Freeport, and they had an opening for me to play. And I know what you're going to say when you see this clip. You're going to say, like, geez, you people from Maine, you just sit around and play guitar in front of beautiful foliage all the time? And yeah, that's pretty much what we do. Except we also eat lobster and we wear snowmobile suits, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to reiterate what I said earlier. Keep in mind that the mic is not optimally placed here. It's off to the side, and hopefully you'll hear that it gives a good picture. It still sounds pretty nice. I'm trying to represent the spread. Now, I was actually bumming when I set up because I knew I was going to use this for the review video. But at first I was like, oh, I don't know that this is going to work because there's too much going on around me. I didn't realize the stage was right near a street. There was also a food truck near me that had its kind of gadgets and things running. But then I thought, you know, that's actually good though, because now you can also hear how it plays in a real world setting where it's maybe not optimal performing conditions. Maybe, you know, there's other stuff going on around you. Can you still hear the music with any kind of clarity? So I'm going to share clips from a bunch of different songs that I played, and again, using some of the same instruments. I was using a different Martin acoustic guitar here. I was using the same Resonator, and then with an electric guitar and going in with the Line 6 Pod Go. So here is an opportunity for you all to hear this in a real-life setting. Please remember to shop through the links below. When you shop through the links, whether you're getting the Bose or whether you're getting some of the other gear from this video, if you shop through those links, I get a little commission, Sweetwater gets a sale, you get cool gear. It costs nothing extra to you, and it supports this whole affiliate program. I do want to say thank you to both Sweetwater and Bose for providing this for me to review. My past experience with Bose and other people that I know and trust who love Bose, I was really excited to get the opportunity to review this and to, to kind of get this PA to be able to use. And what my plan is to pick up another one of these to be able to use for band and studio applications. So please let us know what you think of the Bose L1 Pro 16. Get ready to hear it in a live setting. I'm Jack Fossett. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
The truth that brings me down. There's just so much I can take. Another night I'm gone, I'm nowhere to be found. I've seen it coming, so I've come to terms. I know that it will never be enough. Now there's nothing left to say. So I walk away. Will never be enough. Still the night turns into day, so I walk away. Places that we've been, skyline shadows draw lines along the path, take us back into the headlines of the past. Now we're at Midtown, we're cruising tonight. the sun sets down on Wharf Street. The same old folks all get provoked when the papers put their lines